The book Mastery by Robert Greene is all about the journey from beginner to reaching the pinnacle of expertise and fulfillment in your field. In today's video, we'll break down Greene's masterpiece for becoming a master, not just in skill, but in self-awareness and understanding the world around you. By the end, you'll know exactly how to start on the path to mastery, harnessing your potential to achieve lasting success and deep personal fulfillment. We'll cover what it takes to move through the 3 stages of mastery. Apprenticeship, where you build a solid foundation. The creative active phase, where your unique style begins to take shape. And finally, mastery, where your impact becomes truly meaningful. Picture this. Here's Sam, a graphic designer who's constantly switching projects, hoping each new skill will be his big break. But he never reaches any true expertise. Then there's Sarah, a musician who has dedicated years to mastering her craft, embracing the failures and hard lessons along the way. Sarah's journey is what Greene teaches, embracing the process, making sacrifices, and building a legacy. To help you on your own journey, grab a free step-by-step blueprint designed to guide your first steps toward mastery. Just click the link below and I'll send it to you. Let's get started. Chapter 1. Discover your life's task. You must be true to yourself, and the greatest way to be true to yourself is to find your calling. Robert Greene opens Mastery by emphasizing that each of us is born with an inner force that guides us toward our life's task, the work we are meant to accomplish. True mastery comes not from chasing external rewards like fame or money, but from deeply aligning with this inner calling. Greene insists that the path to mastery begins with identifying a career or craft that resonates with your core nature, something that feels more like a calling than just a job. People who love their work always go further because they are motivated from within. This reminds me of Onoda from The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, who found purpose even in the harshest conditions. Greene provides 7 key strategies for discovering and pursuing your life's task. First, reconnect with childhood passions. Look back at your early interests for clues about your true calling. Childhood often reveals unfiltered strengths and passions that can guide your long-term professional path. Second, find your niche. Mastery requires depth, not breadth. Focus on a specific field where your passions and opportunities intersect, allowing you to excel through intense dedication. Third, avoid the false path. Don't chase careers just for money, status, or parental approval. These external motivations can lead you away from true mastery. Choose a path that resonates with your genuine interests. Fourth, mastery takes time. Greene revises the famous 10,000 hours rule by stressing that it takes at least 20,000 hours to truly master a skill. For someone driven by passion, this time feels like exploration rather than drudgery. Fifth, blend work and life. Mastery is not about separating work from life, it's about merging the two. The more your work reflects your true self, the more fulfillment you'll find in it. Sixth, let go of the past. If you're stuck on the wrong path, don't be afraid to pivot. Greene emphasizes the importance of flexibility. Don't feel trapped by past choices. Seventh, find your way back. Throughout your journey, you may stray off course. But even if you do, it's always possible to return to your life's task. Keep recalibrating your direction as you grow. In addition to these specific strategies, Greene outlines 3 overarching principles that shape your approach. First, revisit your childhood. Reconnect with your inner inclinations. Your true calling lies within you. Look back at the interests and patterns you had as a child, untainted by external influences like parental pressure or societal expectations. This self-awareness forms the foundation of your life's task. Second, identify your niche. Enlarge your concept of work. Once you've reconnected with your inner voice, the next step is to apply this understanding to your career. Think of work as an extension of yourself, not just a means to make money. If you see work as just a way to make money, you'll waste a significant portion of your life. Instead, think of work as an integral part of who you are. Your career should feel like a natural expression of your deeper self. When your job aligns with your deeper interests, even routine tasks become opportunities for growth. Third, pursue authentic interests. View your career as a journey, not a straight line. Mastery is not about following a predetermined, rigid path. It's a dynamic, ever-evolving process. Your path to mastery will not be straightforward. Start by choosing a position that aligns with your inclinations, even if it's not perfect. As you move forward, you'll discover new directions or opportunities that excite. This continuous process of adjustment helps you refine your direction as you gain experience and eliminate what doesn't fit. Chapter 2: The Ideal Apprenticeship. In the apprenticeship phase, you must be humble and observe, absorbing the knowledge and skills necessary to reach mastery. The apprenticeship phase is where practical learning takes place. This phase occurs whenever you switch careers or acquire new skills, and it's crucial for mastery. However, it's filled with dangers like insecurity, emotional distractions, and self-doubt. So how do you create the ideal apprenticeship? By fully immersing yourself in learning and seeking out challenges, you build the skills and resilience needed for mastery. The goal here isn't money or status, but transforming your mind and character. Comfort won't push you toward growth, but difficult environments and mentors will. These roles should force you to grow and provide feedback that pushes you beyond your limits. Step 1: Deep observation, the passive mode. The greatest mistake you can make in the initial months of your apprenticeship is to imagine that you have to get attention, impress people, and prove yourself. These thoughts will dominate your mind and close it off from the reality around you. You start by quietly observing who is doing well in the field, absorbing everything. Focus on learning the rules and strategies by watching those who excel. Step 2: Skill acquisition, the practice mode. First, it is essential that you begin with one foundational skill. You must avoid at all costs the idea that you can manage learning several skills at a time. You need to develop your powers of concentration and understand that trying to multitask will be the death of the process. Second, the initial stages of learning a skill invariably involve tedium. The pain and boredom we experience help build the focus necessary for true expertise. Step 3: Experimentation, the active mode. Once you've gained enough skill, start applying what you've learned. Move from following the rules to breaking them, creating your own works, and gaining hands-on experience. The strategies Robert Greene outlines for completing the ideal apprenticeship emphasize the importance of proactive engagement and a willingness to embrace challenges. First, value learning over money. During the apprenticeship phase, your primary focus should be on learning, not on earning. Greene advises mastering the art of living on little to give yourself the freedom to immerse deeply in the learning process. Sacrificing money now will pay off later in mastery. Second, keep expanding your horizons. The moment you start feeling comfortable or settled, it's time to disrupt your routine. Always push yourself into new and uncomfortable situations that challenge your current knowledge and skills. Stagnation is the enemy of mastery. Third, revert to a beginner's mindset. One of the most dangerous mindsets is believing you've mastered something. In reality, mastery is a lifelong journey. You must approach every task, even familiar ones, with a sense of humility and curiosity, constantly looking for new things to learn. Fourth, trust the process. Mastery doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow and deliberate process that requires patience and focus on long-term growth. Fifth, move toward resistance and pain. We naturally gravitate toward the parts of a skill we're good at, avoiding areas of weakness. Greene's strategy is the opposite. Focus on your weaknesses and push yourself to tackle the most challenging aspects of your craft. Growth occurs where there's discomfort and resistance. Sixth, learn through failure. Failures are your best teachers. Analyze your mistakes and use them to refine your skills. Seventh, combine the how and the what. A true master doesn't just understand the technical aspects of a skill, the how. They also grasp its deeper meaning and purpose. The what. Avoid superficial learning. Eighth, advance through trial and error. The path to mastery is rarely linear. Experiment with different roles and techniques, especially in your 20s. Avoid the rigidity of a fixed career path that limit your growth. Ninth, avoid the rigid path. Greene warns against locking yourself into a singular career trajectory too early. Those who do often face career dead ends or burnout by midlife. Instead, a wide-ranging apprenticeship in your youth will keep possibilities open and allow your career to expand as you grow older. Chapter 3: Absorb the master's power. The mentor dynamic. A mentor is someone who sees more talent and ability within you than you see in yourself. In the journey to mastery, few relationships are as transformative as that of the mentor and protege. A mentor serves as a fast track to mastery, offering their hard-earned wisdom and experience to dramatically speed up our progress. By working closely with someone who has already walked the path, you bypass many of the mistakes and dead ends that you would encounter on your own. Mentors offer you focused attention, challenge you in the right ways, and give you immediate, realistic feedback, which accelerates your learning curve dramatically. To learn effectively requires humility, not just admitting that you don't know everything, but cultivating a mindset that allows you to fully absorb the wisdom of those more experienced. This mindset holds immense power and, once absorbed, can be adapted to your unique character and goals. The right mentor will connect with your life's task, pushing you toward your true potential. But once you've internalized their teachings, you must move beyond their shadow. The ultimate goal is to surpass your mentor, taking their knowledge to new heights through your own creativity and brilliance. Robert Greene explores effective strategies to strengthen the mentor-protege relationship, ensuring it is productive, balanced, and conducive to growth. Here are the key strategies. Choose a mentor who matches your needs. Select a mentor who can address the gaps in your education or experience. Whether you need guidance, confidence, or the freedom to explore independently, find someone whose strengths complement your weaknesses. Be cautious of mentors who may unintentionally replicate negative patterns from your past, such as overbearing parents. Instead, seek a mentor who challenges you while fostering growth. Gaze deep into the mentor's mirror. Mentors often provide critical, sometimes uncomfortable feedback. While this may be difficult to hear, it is essential for your growth. The more you open yourself up to their honest, realistic criticism, the faster you will progress. Use their feedback to refine your skills and strengthen your confidence. Welcome this feedback as a mirror that exposes areas for improvement. Transfigure their ideas. The goal is not to become a copy of your mentor. As you absorb their lessons, start to personalize and adapt their ideas to your own style. Eventually, you must move beyond their shadow and surpass them, taking the knowledge further than they did. Create a back-and-forth dynamic. A healthy mentor-protege relationship is a two-way street. While it's important to respect their guidance, you should also assert your needs and engage in open communication. This back-and-forth dynamic ensures that the relationship evolves over time and that both parties benefit from the exchange. Chapter 4. See people as they are. Social intelligence is the ability to see people's motives, understand their emotions, and anticipate their actions. Robert Greene emphasizes that intellectual talent alone is not enough for success. You must also master the subtleties of human interaction. In Mastery, Greene cites a study from Malcolm Gladwell's Outliers, which followed high IQ children throughout their lives. Despite their intelligence, many of them ended up no better off than their peers, with unskilled jobs and lower life satisfaction. This illustrates that raw intellect is not the sole predictor of success. Social intelligence is equally important. Without this crucial skill, even the most talented individuals can fail to reach their full potential. The challenge of social intelligence. In many cases, the greatest obstacles on the path to mastery aren't technical challenges, but the emotional strain of dealing with others, their resistance, manipulations, and hidden agendas. When we get caught up in office politics, personal conflicts, and social drama, it drains the mental energy we need to focus on our craft. At the heart of the issue is our natural tendency to project our own emotional needs and desires onto others, which clouds our judgment. This creates unnecessary confusion and conflict. Greene argues that social intelligence is the antidote, the ability to see people as they truly are, without our personal biases. Social intelligence is a form of emotional intelligence applied to understanding and navigating the behaviors of others. Emotional intelligence refers to recognizing and managing your own emotions while empathizing with others. Social intelligence goes further by helping you read and respond to the motives, desires, and intentions of others. When honed, this skill allows you to move beyond self-absorption, accurately interpreting the actions of others in real time. By seeing through surface behavior, you can avoid manipulation, reduce conflict, and build more productive relationships. According to Greene, social intelligence involves mastering two types of knowledge. On the one hand, specific knowledge of human nature. This is the ability to read people on a personal level, discerning their unique character, values, and motivations. To truly master social interactions, you need to sharpen your ability to see people as they really are, not as they present themselves. Indeed, words can be deceptive, so pay attention to subtler cues like body language, facial expressions, tone of voice, and eye contact. These nonverbal signals often reveal people's true feelings, whether they're excited, nervous, or deceptive. On the other hand, general knowledge, beyond individual traits, you must also understand universal patterns of human behavior. Greene calls these universal patterns the seven deadly realities, which are rooted in our psychology and can significantly influence social dynamics. Mastering this general knowledge allows you to anticipate and navigate common pitfalls in human interactions. Here are the seven universal patterns. Envy. Humans are naturally inclined to compare themselves to others, whether in terms of money, status, appearance, or intelligence. Standing out too much can provoke envy, which often leads to hostility. Early in your career, it's wise to blend in until you have enough influence that envy won't undermine you. Conformism. Groups tend to pressure individuals to conform. Even groups that celebrate diversity are uncomfortable with those who deviate too much from the norm, as it threatens their collective values. Learn to balance your individuality with outward conformity until you have enough power to assert your uniqueness. Rigidity. People often respond to complexity by retreating into habits and routines, seeking comfort in familiarity. While you must accept others' rigidity, you should resist this tendency in yourself. Stay open-minded, embrace change, and continually challenge your own assumptions to maintain personal growth. Self-obsessiveness. People are often focused on themselves. In conversations, direct attention to their interests and concerns to make them feel valued. This will make them more likely to support your goals. Laziness. Most people want to take the path of least resistance, even if they claim to value hard work. Be cautious of collaborators who seem eager to partner up. They may be looking for someone to do the hard work. Always assess their true motives before agreeing to work together. Flightiness. Although we like to think of ourselves as rational, emotions heavily influence our decisions. People's behavior can be inconsistent because of their emotional swings. So, understanding this can help you manage relationships more effectively. Passive aggression. Rooted in the fear of direct confrontation, passive-aggressive behavior often arises when people feel insecure or powerless. Instead of engaging in direct conflict, they may express their frustration in indirect ways. Recognizing this behavior early on helps you address underlying problems without getting caught in unnecessary conflicts. Robert Greene outlines several strategies to develop and strengthen your social intelligence. First, speak through your work. Rather than getting caught up in office politics or social drama, focus on your craft. Let your work speak for itself. By consistently delivering high-quality results, you'll naturally distinguish yourself and earn respect without engaging in distractions. Second, craft the appropriate persona. Creating a persona is an essential aspect of social intelligence. It's not a deceptive act, but rather an acknowledgement of the various roles we play in different social contexts. Consider your persona as a theatrical performance. You can consciously design it to be intriguing, mysterious, and engaging. A well-crafted persona draws people in and allows you to manage social interactions more effectively. Third, see yourself as others see you. Self-awareness is key to social intelligence. We all possess social flaws, whether we talk too much, are overly critical, or take offense too easily. Take the time to reflect on past conflicts and consider how your behavior may have contributed to them. Acknowledge your social flaws and adjust how you interact with others. The more you understand how others perceive you, the better you'll be able to navigate social dynamics. Fourth, suffer fools gladly. Recognize that foolishness is an inherent part of human nature, both in yourself and in others. Everyone has moments when they let their egos or short term desires overshadow their judgment. Instead of allowing yourself to become frustrated by foolish behavior, adopt a mindset of acceptance. View such individuals as a natural part of life, akin to rocks or furniture. By embracing this perspective, you can tolerate their antics with a sense of humor, reducing your emotional investment in trying to change them. This detachment frees you from unnecessary conflict and allows you to maintain your composure. Chapter 5. Awaken the dimensional mind. Once we have mastered the basics and absorbed the rules of the game, we must transform ourselves into a creative, active thinker. This phase is where you push beyond conventional limits and allow your mind to explore new ideas and possibilities. But here's the challenge. What stops creativity isn't a lack of talent, but mindset. Anxiety, insecurity, and the fear of failure often lead to conservatism, making us stick to what's safe. To achieve mastery, you need to push in the opposite direction. Rather than settling for what you know, broaden your horizons. Explore new fields, experiment, and view problems from multiple angles. This is how you develop what Robert Greene calls the dimensional mind, a mind capable of seeing reality in all its complexity. The goal is to awaken your dimensional mind, to think beyond the constraints of your skill set and continually grow and evolve. This creativity will elevate you from someone who merely follows the rules to someone who redefines them. Mastery lies in continually evolving, expanding your understanding, and challenging what you think you know. Step 1. The creative task. To truly unleash your creative potential, the task you choose must carry an obsessive quality. Much like your life's task, the key to mastery lies in where you direct your energy. Your emotional commitment to the task will determine the outcome. When a task ignites your passion and pushes against conventional norms, it will keep you emotionally engaged for the long haul. Greene warns against comfort and security. If you need life to be simple and safe, this kind of task will make you anxious. Then, when selecting your task, keep two crucial elements in mind. It must be both ambitious and grounded in reality. It should stretch the limits of your abilities while remaining within the realm of possibility. Step 2. Creative strategies. To keep your mind flexible and open to new ideas, Greene offers 5 core strategies. First, cultivate negative capability. Learn to embrace uncertainty. Avoid rushing to find easy answers. Creativity thrives when you learn to sit with ambiguity. Second, allow for serendipity. Step outside your comfort zone, explore new areas of interest, and remain open to unexpected insights. Avoid jumping to conclusions. Keep a notebook on hand at all times to record ideas as they surface. Third, engage in the current. Immerse yourself deeply in your work, allowing a dynamic exchange between your thoughts and reality. The deeper you immerse yourself in this process, the more you access insights that transcend everyday perceptions. Fourth, alter your perspective. Challenge yourself to view problems from various angles. Shift between the macro and the micro. Consider what's absent as much as what's present. Ask how instead of what, and examine the anomalies that don't fit the usual patterns. Fifth, revert to primal intelligence. Engage your senses. Break away from purely verbal or rational thinking. Use visual tools, diagrams, or models to deepen your understanding. Step 3. The creative breakthrough. Tension and insight. The illusion that we have endless time to complete our work is a subtle enemy. It weakens our focus and diffuses our attention, making it difficult for the brain to operate at its peak. To jolt your mind into higher gear, it's essential to work with deadlines, whether they are real or self-imposed. Deadlines sharpen our focus and drive the brain to make the necessary connections for creative breakthroughs. After prolonged periods of intense focus, there will inevitably be moments of high tension. When this occurs, the best thing you can do is step away. Whether it's taking a break, focusing on another task, or even going to sleep. In these moments of release, the mind will often generate a breakthrough. The solution, seemingly out of reach before, will reveal itself. As you push through the creative active phase, you'll face emotional pitfalls due to internal challenges and obstacles that threaten to derail your progress. But being aware of these traps can help you avoid them. Complacency. One of the greatest dangers on the path to mastery is the illusion that you have arrived. Always remind yourself of how vast and mysterious the world remains and how little you truly know. This awareness will keep you humble and motivated to push your limits. True mastery is a lifelong process. Conservatism. Success in the creative active phase can lead to a creeping sense of conservatism, where you begin to favor comfort and predictability over creativity and risk. Instead, make creativity your goal, not comfort, and continually challenge yourself to innovate. Only by embracing discomfort will you ensure continued growth. Dependency. During your apprenticeship, you relied on mentors and authority figures for guidance and approval. As you move into this phase, you must break free from this dependency. Trust your own judgment and resist the temptation to seek constant validation from others. True mastery requires independence of thought and action. Impatience. Mastery is not achieved overnight, and impatience can sabotage your progress. The best antidote to impatience is to develop a pleasure in the process itself. Embrace the discipline and repetition required for true growth. Grandiosity. As you gain recognition, you may be tempted by feelings of grandiosity, believing that public attention or fame is the ultimate reward. However, such external validation is fleeting and a distraction from the real work. Your primary motivation must come from the work itself and the mastery of your craft. This attitude is the only defense against the traps set by your ego. Inflexibility. It's crucial to master your field inside and out, understanding its rules and boundaries. Yet, mastery also requires the ability to question and challenge these boundaries. Don't let your thinking become rigid. Stay open to new ideas and approaches, constantly evolving as you progress. To reach the heights of mastery, you must engage your mind in an ongoing creative process. Greene offers 9 strategies to help you cultivate it. The authentic voice. After years of absorbing the techniques and conventions of your field, true mastery comes when you find your own voice. Anyone who spends a decade refining their craft will inevitably give birth to something uniquely their own. The fact of great yield. A master is a supreme hunter, always on alert for the fact or detail that will lead to profound discoveries. It is better to pursue a few rare and elusive facts that may yield great insight than to chase after many ideas that only bring trivial success. Mechanical intelligence. True creativity lies in superior craftsmanship. Your focus should be on maximizing the potential of your materials and your idea. Natural powers. Creativity is best nurtured through focus and patience. Give yourself open-ended time to explore and develop a wide understanding of your field. The open field. To create something new, you must carve out a space for yourself in the existing order of things. By innovating and creating new forms, you attract a fresh audience, often finding yourself in a position of power and influence. The high end. Keep your project connected to something larger than yourself. Whether it's a deep philosophical question, a societal issue, or a grand vision, your work should always serve a higher purpose. The evolutionary hijack. The essence of creativity is adaptability. As the environment changes, so too must your thinking. You must see creativity as something fluid, never static, adapting and transforming as you gather more knowledge and insight. Dimensional thinking. Take a holistic approach to your work. Rather than being in a hurry to find solutions, slow down and look at your subject from multiple angles. Assume that all parts of a problem interact and cannot be entirely separated. Alchemical creativity and the unconscious. True creativity requires a deep exploration of the unconscious mind. This involves recognizing and reconciling the contradictions within yourself and examining the contradictions in the world around you. The tension between opposites, between light and dark, certainty and doubt, fuels the creative process. Draw on this to create something profound. Chapter 6. Fuse the intuitive with the rational. The intuitive mind is a sacred gift, and the rational mind is a faithful servant. We have created a society that honors the servant and has forgotten the gift. Accessing a higher form of intelligence. In this chapter, Greene explores how mastering intuition is not an innate skill, but one that comes through deep immersion and dedicated practice in one's chosen field. As we journey toward mastery in any field, we develop a powerful synergy between intuition and rational thought, unlocking a higher intelligence that allows us to anticipate trends, make swift decisions, and innovate beyond the ordinary. As we internalize the complexities of our work, intuition grows stronger. It's like seeing patterns that others miss. This intuitive feel, when fused with rational thinking, sharpens our abilities and gives us an almost instinctive grasp of the unseen forces at play. This is how true mastery is achieved. Robert Greene outlines practical approaches to cultivate mastery in any field. Connect to your environment, primal powers. The ability to deeply connect with your surroundings is one of the most primal and powerful forms of mastery. By immersing yourself in your environment, you can harness natural forces and turn them to your advantage. Your brain is wired to detect subtle signals. By becoming attuned to these, you can move fluidly within your field, responding intuitively to changes and opportunities. Play to your strengths. Supreme focus. Progress comes from aligning with your natural talents. Like swimming with the current, working with your strengths allows you to move effortlessly toward mastery. Resist the urge to create unnecessary resistance by trying to be someone you're not. Transform yourself through practice. The fingertip feel. Mastery comes from layering simple skills on top of each other until they become second nature. Each basic skill must be internalized and automated, freeing your mind to focus on higher-level tasks. In the final stages, when no more simple skills remain to be learned, your brain will have absorbed an extraordinary amount of information, now deeply ingrained in your nervous system. This fingertip feel allows for an instinctive, almost effortless mastery. Internalize the details, the life force. To master a craft, you must absorb the finest details until they become part of you. It's not about mechanical repetition, it's about feeling the life force of your work, making each action an extension of your deep understanding. Widen your vision, the global perspective. To stay ahead in any field, you need to see beyond the immediate. By adopting a broader, strategic vision, you can anticipate challenges and think several steps ahead of your competition. Submit to the other, the inside-out perspective. In social interactions, mastery comes from seeing the world from the other person's perspective. This ability will minimize misunderstandings, allowing you to navigate human interactions with greater empathy and skill. Synthesize all forms of knowledge. The universal man-woman. True masters are universal thinkers. They draw on knowledge from multiple disciplines, synthesizing ideas and perspectives to gain a more profound understanding of their craft. By connecting ideas from different fields, you can spark fresh insights and stay ahead in your own domain.